The judgment that the Most High is going to deliver to you for smoking that black and mild is what? What do you think that judgment is going to be? Death. What you waiting for? How many scriptures we got to bring out before you actually do what the Bible say? You waiting for them to strike you dead right here? Your wife. You saying, the hell with the kingdom of heaven, I want to smoke this black and mild tonight.
We was on the bottom, yeah. Now we headed to the top, new level. On my level, don't see anybody, I don't see him. This right here could never stop, this could never stop. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. One time, ay. I live on a job, right? Yeah, I'm always at work, right? Real people stay by me, right? Haters wanna do hurt, right? Know they tryna stop me, right? Drag my name through dirt, right? I don't feed into the hate, right? I just answer with a smirk, facts. I feel so special.
Alright, what were you reading? Bring that out again. What's your name again, bro? What's your name? Mad Max. Alright, brother. Let me ask you something. Recap. What is your nationality according to the Bible? What is your nationality according to the Bible? What tribe do you descend from? The tribe of Judah. All praises. You're from the nation of Israel, the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
That? All praises. Read what you got.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 120.
Bring it out.
My flesh trembleth for fear of thee, and I am afraid of thy judgment.
So the judgment that the Most High is going to deliver to you for smoking that black and mild is what, Mad Max? What do you think that judgment is going to be? Death. So you still got the black and mild on you? Why you haven't thrown it away yet? What you waiting for? How many scriptures we got to bring out before you actually do what the Bible say? We've been up here for like 30 minutes talking to you. I was across the street. I came over, and we still talking to you. You still got the black and mild in your pocket. What's going on? Give me Psalms 119, verse 59 again. What's going on? Yeah, 119, 59. What's going on with you? Are you thinking on your ways? Read it again.
Psalms chapter 119, verse 59. I thought on my ways.
Are you thinking on your ways, Mad Max? Are you thinking about all the times you lit up a black and mild and the Most High gave you mercy? Are you thinking about that? You're not. I can tell you're not because you still got it on you. So what are you waiting for? Read it again.
I thought on my ways, and turn my feet unto thy testimony.
When are you going to turn your feet towards God's testimonies? What are you waiting for? You waiting for him to strike you dead right here? Your wife. Read it again.
I thought on my ways, and turned my feet unto thy testimony. I made haste.
Making haste doesn't mean take your time or make excuses. It means do it right now. Right, you worried about how your wife feel? You might be saving her life. You want her to die of cancer? All right then, so what's the problem? Luke 13:3. What is the problem? So what's going on? You think the kingdom of heaven is, you think giving up the kingdom of heaven is worth that black and mild right now? Because that's what you're doing. You saying, the hell with the kingdom of heaven, I want to smoke this black and mild tonight.
Right.
That's what you're doing. All praises. All praises. Give that man a hand clap.
That's right.
All praises. Hey, don't damn up. We love you, bro. That's why we doing it. We don't want to see you die. We want to see you on this side with us saying, remember when I was out there and then I threw my black and mild away? That was the last time I smoked.
Right.
That's what we want to hear.
Right.
Because that means that you hearken unto the Most High God's words and you change, bro. Luke 15:10, get that. You got to change, man. The only way you're going to get salvation is to change, Mad Max. You realize that, right? All right, you got with that? You got it? Read that.
The book of Luke, chapter 15, verse 10. Likewise, I say unto you, there is joy in the presence of the angels of God over one sinner that repenteth.
So one sinner that repents, Mad Max, like you just did, the angels rejoice over that thing.
That's right.
So the angels are right now giving you a standing ovation.
Right.
All praises for doing what you just did, bro.
Right.
Keep it up. All you got to do is keep the commandments and live, bro.
Right.
That's it. You already made the first step. You walk through the door. Now just stay in there. All right? You can't do it by yourself, though. You understand that? You gotta congregate with like-minded brothers and sisters.
Right.
You understand that?
No.
Give me the scripture about Exodus 20. Give me the Sabbath day. You can't do it on your own. Because right now, today is the Sabbath day. Did you know that? Friday night sundown to Saturday night sundown is the Sabbath. So you're out here on the Sabbath day.
What you got?
You understand that? Then this is what you're supposed to be doing on the Sabbath. Read.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day.
So the first step is to remember the Sabbath day. That means you have to know when the Sabbath day is. Read.
To keep it holy.
Keep it holy means you're going to keep it separate from the rest of the days. This is a special day. You can't do the same thing you do on the other 6 days. You're not supposed to sin at all, but on this day, it's a special day. Read.
6 days shalt thou labor.
You have a job, right, Mad Max? On those 6 days, you're gonna work. You're gonna do all the work around your house. You're gonna go to your job. You're gonna do everything that you're supposed to do on those 6 days. Read.
And do all thy work. But the seventh day is
the seventh day. Sabbath actually means 7. You understand that? What is the first day of the week? What's the first day of the week, Mad Max? The first day of the week is Sunday. So if you count from Sunday, you're going to get to Saturday, it's going to be 7. At sundown on Friday night is when the Sabbath starts. So you're in the Sabbath right now. Read.
But the seventh day.
But the 7th day, read.
Is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work.
So we are in our captivities, but if you can avoid working on the Sabbath day, Mad Max, avoid working on the Sabbath day. That means servile work. You're not supposed to get paid for servile work. What we doing up here, is this work? Is this servile work? We serving the Lord. We don't get paid for this in money. You understand that? We do this because we love our people.
Right.
You understand that? So you can do well on the Sabbath day. Don't confuse this with work. This ain't that servile work that it's talking about. It's talking about a job, a 9 to 5, where you get paid. Right? Read.
In it thou shalt not do any work. Thou, nor thy son.
Hold on for a second. Let the sirens go by. Let them police our neighborhoods. See this? Hey, Mad Max, the Bible is a true book, brother. The Bible is a true book. You see what happens in our neighborhoods? The other nations have to police our neighborhoods. Yeah, that's a curse right there. I'm gonna show you. Read that.
In it thou shalt not do any work. Thou, nor thy son.
Your sons are not supposed to be working. Read.
Nor thy daughter.
Your daughters are not supposed to be working. Read.
Nor thy manservant.
If you have maids, they not supposed to be working. Read.
Nor thy maidservant.
Read.
Nor thy cattle.
If you have cattle, they not supposed to be working. Read.
Nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
Anybody under your rulership is not supposed to be working. But we have fallen so low that we don't even know what that looks like. We the servants now. We have no idea that we're supposed to be on top of all the other nations. Did you know that? We're supposed to be on top? Deuteronomy 7:6. Y'all brought that out yet? We're supposed to be on top of the other nations. God chose us to be. But what do we do to get to the bottom? What happened? We sinned, but Okay, I'll get it to you. I'll get it for you. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Remember that word holy when we read Sabbath day? It's a holy day. So the word holy means special. So God says that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are a special people. Read it again.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. Above.
Equal to.
Above.
We supposed to be above the other nations, Mad Max.
That's right.
Read.
Above all people that are on the face of the earth.
In Liberty City.
All people that are upon the face of the earth.
On Southwest 268 in Moody Drive.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
All people on the face of the earth, we're supposed to be above them.
That's right.
The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
We're the Israelites according to the Bible.
Right.
Let me read it again.
Last part.
Above all people.
Some people.
All people.
Everybody that's not on this sign, God says we're supposed to be above them.
That's right.
But we don't feel so low. Everybody else. Chinese. You know what? I'm gonna show you. Give me Psalms 83. The other nations, God says they're your enemies. You're right, they do. They treat us like that. But I'm gonna show you what they did actually, what they did. Psalms 83. Watch this. These nations that have us at the bottom, they know that we're the Israelites according to the Bible. But we don't know. So they devise a lot of tricks and crafty counsel to keep us at the bottom. Because if they can keep us in sin, there you go, brainwash. If they can keep us in sin, we're going to stay at the bottom. Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 81, verse 1. Excuse me. Book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 1. Keep not thy silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies.
Now what?
Thine enemies.
It's talking about your enemies. Let's see who these enemies are. Read.
Thine enemies make a tumult.
A tumult means a trap. Read.
And they that hate thee.
They that love thee.
And they that hate thee.
They don't love you, they hate you, according to the Bible. Read.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
So they are prideful in taking crafty counsel against the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Right. Look at your neighborhoods. This is part of the crafty counsel.
Right.
Read.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
So when they consult against you, this is what they come up with in their think tanks. Today they're called think tanks. They go to all the prestigious universities and they devise plans to keep you at the bottom. Read.
They have said, come and let us cut them off.
Let us do what?
Come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Because you didn't know you was a nation before today, right? You thought you was African American, right? They said, let's cut them off from being a nation. The nation they're cutting you off from is being the nation of Israel.
That's right.
They're cutting you off from that. Let's see how they did that. Let's see who they are. Read.
That the name of Israel.
Name of who?
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
So you forgot that you didn't even know you was from the nation of Israel. And most of our people, is through a process of time, have forgotten their nationality.
Right.
Watch this. Read.
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against you. That means they're allied against you. The other nations became allies against you. The UN, the EU,
Bring it out.
they are confederate against you.
Right.
Read.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The Edomites are the so-called white man.
Right.
Read.
And the Ishmaelites.
The Ishmaelites are the so-called Arabs.
Right.
Read.
of Moab,
Moab is the so-called Chinese. Read.
and the Hagarenes,
Hagarenes.
Gebal, and Ammon,
Ammon are the so-called Japanese. Read.
and Amalek,
Amalek is the so-called Jewish man. The word is Melech. They're the Amalekites. Read.
the Philistines,
Amalekites. Read.
the Philistines,
Africans. Whoa, we're not African American. The Africans are also confederate against you. Read.
the Philistines,
Africans.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Africans.
Assur also is joined with them. They have holpen the children of Lot.
Africans. Read.
Salah.
So these are all the nations that are gathered in alliance to keep you at the bottom. Let's see what they did. Let's see what those curses look like, because we know we're the nation of Israel because we fit the curses of Deuteronomy 28. Let's go through some of the curses so you can see for yourself, because at the end of the day, there's not going to be a question what your nationality is.
That's right.
Let's get that Deuteronomy 28 verse 46.
Bring it out.
Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
So when it's saying they, is talking about the curses. The curses are going to be upon us for a sign. What is the purpose, Mad Max, of a sign? Where is 7-Eleven? How do you know that's 7-Eleven? So what's the purpose of a sign? So you can recognize a place, a location, or a people. Don't worry about that. So you will know where you are. You can locate a person, a place, or anything. You can locate it by a sign, right? Watch the sign. Read.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
You're going to wonder, how come we went into slavery? Why are we at the bottom? Why are the police constantly in our neighborhoods policing us? Why are we killing each other? Why are the police shooting us? We dying double time over colors, over territory that don't belong to us. Read.
And upon thy seed forever.
So your great granddaddy all the way down to you and generations that follow, if we don't keep commandments, these curses are going to be on us. So how do we reverse the curse? We got to keep the commandments. You got to keep the commandments in order to reverse this curse. You understand that? So let's get verse 15. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
So now it's going to tell you this is going to come to pass, meaning a future prophecy. Read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Hearken means to listen. If you don't listen to God, you got kids, right? So if you tell your kids, clean up your room. If you don't clean up your room, you're going to be in trouble. That's what the Most High is saying to us. Mad Max, if you don't hearken, this is what's going to happen to you. Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes. What?
Observe means to look, read, and do means to follow. So you gotta observe and do the commandments. All right, you just can't know it. You gotta actually follow it. You understand? Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses.
All these curses. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's a bad thing, right? Read.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So these are the curses that's going to come upon the Israelites for breaking God's commandments. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Let's see if they fit these curses along with the other nations. We're going to do a process of elimination.
Bring it out.
Let's see who fits these curses. Verse 16.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Look around. Look at your neighborhood. Are we cursed in the city? Look at the police in our neighborhood constantly. We got drug dealers. We got drug addicts walking up and down our neighborhoods.
Teach them up.
We got prostitution up and down our neighborhoods.
Right.
Is that a blessing? So you cursed in the city. We shoot each other, we get shot by the police, and we kill each other.
Right.
We die in double time. Read.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Hold that sign up. Hold that sign up. What's going on right here, Matt Max? Look right here. What's going on right here? What are they doing here? Get close. Come. What's happening right here? What are they picking? They picking cotton. You ever seen a cotton field? As far as the eyes can see. And they had to pick that thing with their bare hands. There wasn't no machines. And let me tell you something. You ever pick cotton? We still doing it.
When you go in the red one, the white man be on top.
Uh-huh.
I see that they shit with the hats on still to this day.
Picking cotton, picking strawberries, picking beans. We still doing it. If you ever pick cotton, it's thorny. It got thorns in it.
Right.
So they was picking cotton with their bare hands, and they didn't give a damn. The cotton fields was as long as this highway is long. Yeah, man. That thing was rough. Right. So they was cursed in the field.
Teach them,
and look, the Native Americans and the Hispanics, the so-called Hispanics, they was in the sugarcane field.
Right.
So the tobacco field.
Right.
They didn't escape that curse either.
Right.
So they fit these curses. You understand that? So you got we the only one that fit the curses of Deuteronomy 28, brother.
That's right. Great.
And we that's only the first one. I didn't even read the rest of them. That's how we know, bro. Keep reading. Read verse 32.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 32.
Bring it out.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So when it says given, it actually means taken, sold into slavery. Your sons and your daughter was going to be sold into slavery on auction blocks. Where is it? Where is it? Right there. Sold into slavery on auction blocks. Read.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
That's like your son and your daughter being snatched out of the house by DCF. For whatever reason, they feel like if you ain't taking care of your kids the way they say so, they snatching them from you.
Right.
And you got no power to do anything about it. Read.
And there shall be no might.
You got no might in your hand.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
Read.
The fruit.
Oh, no. What sign you talking about? What flag? That's the American flag, bro. Come on, you know what it is. You know what it is, bro. The Confederate flag and the American flag is the same flag, bro.
Right. There's a lot of us that walking that flag too.
Yeah, because they in ignorance. They don't know they're the nation of Israel.
Right.
That's what it is. So you know now. So your next step is to do what? Get yourself right, get on this side, and start waking up your people.
That's right.
That's your next step, Mad Max. You understand that? All right, so let's get to it because he already know who he is. Let's get to verse 68.
You already know.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Mad Max, what does Egypt mean? We went over this briefly, right? What does Egypt mean? You remember? Go get Egypt.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 5, verse 6. I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
The land of Egypt is synonymous with?
From the house of bondage.
So the word Egypt is synonymous with bondage. Right. Another name for bondage is what? Slavery. So go back to verse 68.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Slavery again.
With ships.
What's going on right here, Mad Max? What's going on? They're going into slavery on slave ships. This is not Carnival Cruise Line. This is a slave ship. They pack like sardines because they are cargo. When you pack cargo, you pack it tightly so that you can maintain space. So they packed us on top of each other, rows upon rows. A lot of us died on the way over here. You understand that? So this is how we went into slavery. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. nobody else can lay claim to these curses.
Right.
Not nobody. Give me Daniel 9 verse 12.
Bring it
Nobody can lay claim to the slavery atrocities that happened to us. People like to say, oh, the Holocaust. Oh, the Irish went into slavery too. No, they didn't. Not like we did.
Right.
Read that.
The book of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 12.
Bring it out.
And he hath confirmed his words, which he spake unto us, which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil.
This is the evil that we brought upon ourselves for breaking the commandments. Going into slavery is evil.
Right.
Read.
For under the whole heaven,
Some heavens.
for under the whole heaven hath not been done as hath been done upon Jerusalem.
So we are the only one that went through the atrocities of slavery, the way we did. We're the only one that fit the curses of Deuteronomy 28. That's how we know that we're the Israelites according to the Bible.
That's right.
So remember when I told you your sons and daughters shall be given unto another people? There's the evidence of that happening is still around today. You know that? Because I don't even have to know your last name. Give me Psalms 49 verse 11. I don't have to know your last name. I can tell you that you're wearing the slave master's last name. You are, because yeah, I know, because I am too. And what's the evidence of that? It's in the Bible. Watch this. Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 49, verse 11.
Bring it out.
Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
This is talking about your enemies. His inward thought is his house will continue forever. Let's see how he did that. Read.
And their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names.
What's another name for land? But what's another name for land? Property. You right on the head. So he called his property after his own name. So your last name, you got it? Your last name is your slave master's last name because you were his property.
Right.
So now, once you get yourself right and you repent, you got to change your name. That's part of the repenting process, to change your name and get rid of that slave master's name. You got to change that last name too.
Right.
Because your last name should, give me that, Genesis 32 verse 28. You got to change your last name to what God intended. You understand that? So this is what God intended your last name to be. You got it? Read that.
The book of Genesis, chapter 32, verse 28.
Hold on. It's only been like 10 minutes. Another one go by, bro. Read that.
The book of Genesis, chapter 32, verse 28.
Bring it out.
And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel.
But what?
But Israel. For as a prince hast thou power with God.
So your name should be Israel. Your last name should be Israel. Israel means a prince that has power with God.
That's right.
Yes, our last names are Israel.
That's right.
I'm Shem ben Israel. You understand that? What is that? Point to it. Let me see. Those are the different gods that we had. Deuteronomy 28:64. Those are the different gods that the Bible prophesies that we would serve when we would go into captivity. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
So by way of cargo slave ship, we were scattered all over the world. Read.
From the one end of the earth, even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods.
So that is the sun god that we are serving when we were scattered into all different nations on the earth. We start serving different gods. Right now they're serving the sun god. Read.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
This wasn't your heritage to serve sun gods and serve Buddha and serve what's the other one? The Christian cross and the cobblestone. the Islam religion. All that was given to us in slavery. Read.
Even wood and stone.
That goes into the cobblestone and the Christian cross.
Right.
We're not supposed to be serving that stuff. That's idolatry according to the Bible.
Right.
So let me ask you something, because you look pretty pissed off. Ecclesiastes 7:7. You look pretty pissed off. Is that okay to be? Is it all right to be angry? Because you're supposed to be angry. It's all right to be angry. Read that.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7.
Because I was angry myself when I heard this. I didn't realize that I was tricked to the level that I was tricked. Read.
Surely oppression make a wise man mad.
And I realized that I was being oppressed, and I was angry as hell, like you are right now. Read.
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
So what are you supposed to do with that anger? Ephesians 4:26. What are you supposed to do with that anger? What do you think it is? Read that.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 26. Be angry.
You can be angry,
and sin not.
but don't sin because of your anger. So how do you fight against your oppression? How do you do that? Are you supposed to pick up a gun or a knife or a bomb, strap a bomb to your chest, and run up to the White House and blow everybody up? You supposed to do that? Exactly. Give me 2 Corinthians, I think 10:3. Remember, he got the gift of war. He got bombs. He got nuclear bombs. He got the weapons. He got the ammunition. Eventually, you're gonna run out of ammunition. He got more than you. That's not how we fight. Read that.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare.
The way we fight is not fleshly. It's not carnal. Read.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations, and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God.
So the way we do that is we use the Bible. We fight our oppression with God's words.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.